Hello students, in the last lecture I have told you about the real function, how to find the maximal domain or natural domain of that function, real function, and how to draw the graph of a function. Today we will discuss about some elementary real functions, some basic functions from which we will get other functions. Okay, so the most simple form of real function is number one, constant function. What is constant function? A real function f is said to be a constant function if f of x is equal to k for all x belongs to R, where k is some real constant. It's a fixed number. You see, we have discussed about variables. Suppose y is a function of x. Here x and y are two variables. X is called independent variable, y is called dependent variable. You know it. Why it is called dependent variable? Because its value depends upon the value of x. X runs over the said domain independently. It can take any value from the domain of the function, and y varies over the codomain, but it takes selective values. How select? Its value will be selected according to the value of x. That is why it is called dependent variable. That means if we change the value of x, you will get the corresponding value of y, changed value of y. But in case of constant function, whatever value you may give to x, the value of fx is always k. That is, here f is xy such that y is equal to k and x belongs to R. Y is a fixed number. You may discuss an example. Suppose fx is equal to 3 for all x belongs to R. That is f of 1 is equal to 3, f of 2 is equal to 3, f of 3.1, this is also 3. Whatever value you may give to x, the value of fx is 3. Like this. Here it is k, means whatever value you may give to x, the value of fx is always k. So that is why it is called constant function. Constant, fixed. Okay. So let us discuss about its domain and range, then graph. You see, if you will take such an example, fx is equal to 3, then you will be clear. In the above example, here domain of f is equal to the whole set of real numbers, because for all real values of x, fx is defined. What is the value of fx, or what is the value of y? It is 3. So for every real value of x, we are getting the corresponding real value of y, that is 3. So it is defined all over the set of real numbers. So its domain is equal, natural domain is R. Okay. Now its codomain, since it is a real function, we can take its codomain is of f is also equal to R. You can take. Okay. And what is the range? Range of f. Range of f is, this is the singleton set 3. K. Okay. It is fx is equal to 3. So range will be a singleton set. One may ask, what is the cardinality of the range of a constant function? He may be asked, if the function is not given, how to find out the range? Yes, since it is a constant function, its range is a fixed number, it is a single number, so its range is a singleton set. So its cardinality must be 1. Okay, so range of f is a singleton set like this. And what is its graph? It's very simple to draw the graph of this function, because you see, suppose this is our coordinate axis, coordinate plane, and these are the axes, x axis, y axis, right? And suppose it is, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3. Graph means we have to use graph paper. -3, -4, right? -5, etc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, like this. This is our coordinate plane. Yes, you see, observe. Whatever value to x you may give, the value of fx is always 3. So what is f of 0? I have told you to plot some, to find some points on the some order pairs of the real function and plot it on the coordinate plane. Suppose I will take that x, it is y. 0 means it is 3. -1, it is also 3. 1, it is 3. -2, it is 3. 2, it is also 3. Okay. -3, it is 3. 3, it is 3. Whatever value to x you may give, the value of y is always 3. So it is 3. Here it is 3. 2, it is 3. 3, it is 3. 4, 3. Like this. And similarly to the left. It will be, so what will be this? This is your line which is, yes, it is parallel to x axis. The graph of a constant function is a straight line. It is a straight line parallel to x axis. Because its position depends upon the value of k. If k is equal to -2, then the graph will be here. Okay, but the graph must be a straight line and parallel to x-axis. You may take different real functions, you may take different real constant functions and draw their graph. Though it is very easy to draw, be acquainted with that. And you have a clear idea on constant function. Okay, its range is a singleton set. This is all about your constant function. Okay, now we will discuss another real function, that is another real function which is yes, number 2, identity function. Identity function. Yes, identity function. You know the identity relation, univalent relation. Yes, what is this? Here fx is equal to x, right? fx is equal to x. for all x belongs to R. That is, F is the set of order pairs like this, XX, such that x belongs to R, right? This is the function, XX. Means, if the independent variable's value is 2, then the dependent variable value will be 2. The functional value will be 2. That is f of 1. Yes, we'll discuss it later while we will draw the graph. Yes. So let me know what is its domain. Yes, domain of this function. Yes, while we want to find the domain of a function, what we do? We have to see in two different ways. Suppose whichever is easy, whichever is simple. Suppose first one is, we have to find out the values where the function is defined. Sometimes it is easy to locate the points where the function is not defined. So we have to discard those points from the set of real numbers. Okay. So here you see fx is equal to x. If you will give any value to x, the corresponding value of fx will be x. F of 2 is 2. F of 3 is 3. So whatever real value you may give to x, you will get the corresponding value of fx. So it is defined all over the set of real numbers. It is defined all over the set of real numbers. So what is its domain? Its domain is equal to the whole set of real numbers R. It is defined everywhere in the set of real numbers. Yes, and its range also, range of f is also same R, the set of real numbers, because it is equal to x. Okay, and then we have to draw the graph of this function. What will be the graph? Yes, we have to take some points. It is x, it is y. X, 0 means it is 0, 1 means it is 1, 2 means it is 2, 3 means 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 3.5, it is minus 3.5, like this. So to draw the graph, what we will do? Similarly, we will take the help of graph paper. This is a rough diagram, x, x dash, y, y dash. Sometimes we have to draw the rough diagram just to have an idea, right? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Right? Yes. Okay. We have to draw the graph. Yes, when x is 0, y is 0. X 0 means y 0. Y is equal to fx. Yes. Fx is equal to x. So 0, 0. It is a point. Then 1, 1. It is a point. 2, 2. It is also a point. 3, 3. 4, 4, like this. Similarly, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 3, minus 3, minus 4, minus 4, like this. Minus 5, minus 5. So, if you will join it, you will find a straight line, right? It will be a straight line. You will use, it will be a straight line. just sorry. It will be a straight line like this. So you see 1 1. So it is equally inclined with x-axis as well as with y-axis, and its graph lie in the first quadrant and the third quadrant. Right? This is the graph of your identity function, because the function does not change in the value of the variable. Yes, the image of the variable, right? Okay, it is always same as the independent variable. The value of the dependent variable is same as the value of the independent variable. It is like this. So this is the graph of your identity function. Okay. Now we will discuss another function. Number 3, the power function. What is that? Power function. These are very important because we will go to calculus. For calculus, we should have a clear idea on functions. Okay, their natures. Yes, number 3, power function. Power function. Here f(x) is equal to x to the power n. N is a positive integer, right? Is a positive integer, right? The power function. That is, f is what? X, y, such that y is equal to x to the power n. Right? This is the function. This is the function. X to the power n. N is a positive integer. Okay? So, you see, for every real value of x, you will get the corresponding value of y or not. And it is also real. If x is real, then x to the power n must be a real number. So, here domain of f is the whole set of real numbers. The domain of f is the whole set of real numbers. And you say, what will be its range? Its range will vary. Why? Because it depends upon n. You see, f(x) is equal to x. f(x) is equal to x. This is our identity function like this, whose range is in case of identity function, the range is R, the whole set of real numbers. But if you take f(x) is equal to x square, the quadratic function, this is also a power function. This is also a power function. And you see, x square cannot be negative. So its range is the whole set of non-negative real numbers. Okay? But domain is R. In all the cases, the domain is R. Range of the function depends upon n. If you take f(x) is equal to x to the power 3, then its range will differ. Its range will be the set of real numbers. X to the power 4, it is again the set of non-negative real numbers. Okay. Yes. So the range always depends upon n. Anyway, we only have to find out the domain here. So domain of the function is the whole set of real numbers. And similarly, its graph also depends upon the value of n. Suppose I will take an example of this function. Say let f(x) is equal to x square. X square is a quadratic function. f(x) is equal to x square, 2 square. So here What is its domain? Domain of f is equal to R. Range of f is equal to 0 to infinity. The set of non-negative real numbers. The set of non-negative real numbers. Okay. Now we will draw its graph. Yes. To draw the graph, we have to give an idea on this function. You see what happens first. We'll see where it intersects y-axis. 0 f0, 0 f0. Here 0 0 square, that means 0 0 is the point of intersection with y-axis. And similarly, fx is equal to 0 implies x square is equal to 0. This implies x is also 0. So 0 0 is also the point of intersection with x-axis, right? This is also. Then symmetricity, yes, putting minus x in place of x. There is no change. There is no change in the equation y is equal to x square. So the graph is symmetric about y-axis. That means the part which lies to the right is same as the part, then the equal parts of the graph lies in both sides of y-axis. That means to the left and to the right. And clearly y is greater than equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. So no part of the curve lies below the x-axis. This is the idea. Now we have to take some points, some other pairs. Say x 0 0. Y is equal to x square. Y is equal to x square right here. Yes. Y is equal to x square. So the points are 0 0. Minus 1 1 1 1 minus 2 4 2 4 minus 3 9 3 also 9. Perhaps we have drawn the graph of this in the last class, this function. Okay, again you can draw it. It will be like this, right? It is like this. Okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. We have drawn it for a 0 0 1 1 minus 1 be 1 2 4 minus 2 4 like this. So this is the graph of your function f(x) is equal to x square. This is about your power function. Next we will go to polynomial function. Yes. Polynomial function. 4. polynomial function. You know the polynomials? Yes, we will express it as a function. Fx is equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus 2 an x to the power n, where a0, a1, a2 up to an are real real constants with an not equal to 0 is called a polynomial function of degree n. What is the degree? Degree n. N not equal to 0. This is the restriction. Why? If n is 0, then it is not a polynomial function of degree n. It will be n minus 1. So the coefficient of the last term should not be 0. Yes. Suppose we will take examples. Suppose fx is equal to 3 plus 2x, or that is 2x plus 3. It is a polynomial function of degree 1. It is a polynomial function of degree 1, which is called a linear function. Linear polynomial. Similarly, it is of this form. Fx is equal to ax plus b. Then its graph will be a straight line. Then fx is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This is called a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Like this. You may increase the degree of the polynomial. So anyway, this is the general form of a polynomial function. And in all cases, whatever the degree may be, its domain of the polynomial function is always R. Range is not fixed. It depends upon the degree of the polynomial set. So anyway, it is R. Domain of the polynomial function is R. Okay? And similarly, its graph also depends upon the value of n. You see, the graph of a linear polynomial is a straight line. It will be a straight line. And a quadratic, it will be like this. Exactly, it is not like this. It will be a parabola. You have read parabola in your 11th class. So its graph will be a parabola. Okay. So this is about your polynomial function, and there is another function, rational function. Rational function. Yes, we'll take it here. So rational function, it is the ratio of, it is the fifth number of function, rational function. Here it is of the form fx is equal to px by qx, where px and qx are polynomials. So here domain of f is equal to R difference the set x where qx is 0. This will be the domain, because if qx is 0, then fx is not defined. If the denominator is 0, then fx will not be defined. So its domain will be R difference the set where qx is 0. And similarly, it is not easy to draw the graph. We will take special functions whose graph can be drawn. We'll see it. but in general we cannot draw the graph of this function. Okay, we will discuss about other elementary real functions in my next lecture. Thank you. You try to revise this, try to take some examples and draw the graph, find their domain. Okay, thank you.